Well, one of the biggest challenges that we had to face was data access. So there were public databases that were available in Cambodia and the countries that I was reporting on, but we really had a hard time accessing more, which is why we ended up collaborating with groups like the Pulitzer Center, NBC, and the Toronto Star, and they helped fill in the data gaps that we couldn't fill in ourselves. So I'd say that was definitely one of the hardest challenges to doing these long-form investigations into the environment. Yeah, there are always a lot of negative situations that come from investigative reporting, especially in countries like Cambodia, where the free press is not as respected. For us, in the field, being the local reporters, naturally field safety and actually running into people that could physically harm you is a concern. And then, of course, legal action in other places is just as much of a concern. So yes, absolutely, this is a constant thing that we think about. That's why we spend so much time developing risk assessments and really fact-checking, rights to replies, and all of the standard journalistic practices that we have to do. But it is certainly a concern doing these types of stories in the Global South. So whenever we did these forest investigations in the rainforests themselves, there was always concerns about running into poachers or illegal loggers or other folks that wouldn't be happy to see journalists. And then, of course, when we were investigating these huge industrial farms, being caught by security or being caught by the local police in the area was also a concern for us physically. In terms of legal action, our newsroom was unfortunately closed at the end of last year in Cambodia. We can't tie that directly to our investigations, but that is a concern. So there are a lot of, multifaceted threats to reporters in a lot of the world. So yes, this story absolutely required a lot of risk management. I'd definitely say the closure of our company was a big blow. We had spent 3 years developing this Khmer language service. We had really invested in communicating with local audiences and improving the reporting of Cambodia and the Mekong. And then just over the course of a month, we were closed. And the whole team was laid off, and now we've all, scattered. So I'd say that was definitely an emotional and also professionally very stressful time to try to figure out our next steps. So yeah, definitely a lot of challenges with being a journalist, both because of free press issues, but also because the business is going through quite a time of change.